Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And today we're going to take a look more at Velzard and, potentially Guy, because we're going to go into Valor Cup. Because the skills that Velzard has are what I would say equivalent to what New Year's Blessing SHION has been doing for the past 4 months since she came out in Valor Cup, where you pretty much run her and you're almost guaranteed a win if you have the correct pieces, I should say. So, she's giving Drago, which increases the power of buffs on an ally. She's giving a 50% element buff to begin with, which is actually 60 with Drago. And then she's changing all orbs to green. And, New Year's Blessing SHION, she was doing guaranteed crit and synergy for people, and changing 3 and 3 to orange. So, those were very, very good things, especially for Summer Millum, because she was physical, and SHION was locked to a physical team to be fully effective. Well, for the first part, we're just going to simply switch SHION for Velzard and see how much less damage we're going to do, because, we're not getting the physical buffs anymore. We don't have a 120 Millum with a 120 SHION, so I do not expect to hit the same amount of numbers, which with this team type neutral is going to be around 150-ish. So let's see exactly how much lower this team is, and then we're going to switch up at least the 2 back units, and we'll try something new. All right. Since Velzard also gives us that free 30 points, it makes this running essentially the same. So we're going to lower the attack on Rimuru, I guess, and we'll try and take out, or we'll start hitting Soe with these 2 orbs. That'll bring in that 3rd Hinata, which allows us to steal perfectly next turn while having enough points for the Rainbow. He has nerfed our attack, but again, these front characters, they're not hitting anybody after this turn. So we'll go ahead and yoink those orbs with Hinata. Boom. We'll bring New Year's Rimuru in, and we'll change these all to rainbows to ensure that we can get the EXALTED and full points and a full protection meter, and then we'll bring Millum in, and we'll continue to hit Soe, who now has extra defense, so he might not actually die? Oh, no, he's not even close. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. He will get swapped out for somebody, hopefully... okay, that's fine. Alright, yeah, that's fine. We can guard that. Vengeance Velzard isn't that scary if you can't actually activate her. The hero isn't that scary, especially if they don't use the rewind. So now, we're going to... Yeah, that's a lot of blue orbs. I don't really want to heal, so let's go ahead and attack buff, steal the blues, and then physical buff. And then we'll apply Drago. So Millum technically is already giving herself an element buff on her skill. She's getting 25% dark attack. This will get overwritten by Velzard's 50%. We also have a heal charm on, as we would normally do. And so now, the entire hand is green. If we had 5 blues and an orange, and this was SHION, that would not have worked. But because Velzard just changes every single orb, we now have a guaranteed 6 cent, regardless of what it started as. And now Millum has 30% attack right here. Ally. Oh, it says ally. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, 30% attack. Her 30% dark attack has been wiped out because now we have a 60%. And then we have physical attack 78 instead of the 65% that Rimuru gives. So we're going to hit, okay here. I don't know. Again, we're shooting for like 150 range around there is what I want to hit, but I don't know if we will hit. 116 is a lot lower than 150. Okay, well, I knew it was going to be lower. I didn't think it would be quite that low, which just goes to show that if you pair the right protector with the right DPS, they will look much better. So, okay, that's good science right there. Let's now change up the team and change up the DPS character for something a little more suited for Velzard. Alright, we switched it up. Now we have Velzard. We brought, Bride Shuna in. For the orb stealing, it's still the same as Hinata, but she's magic, which now complements our magic guy And Aqua, since the rule is that once we use a large number of points, they get Pierce resistance down. So if we have a unit that gives Pierce and Pierce power, it should make it look pretty good. And then Guy being magic does fall under Velzard's actual skill, which gives him extra stats. And he himself is having that synergy buff. So, and it's pretty cheap too. So I think this should work out fairly well. No Aqua, you could bring Visions of Koli as Violet and give yourself that gigantic magic buff instead. You know, that will work. It's just you're not playing into the rule for Valor Cup, but you don't have to play into the rule. So, I mean, the New Year's team wasn't doing Pierce either, so let's try it out. Alright, so this is going to run pretty much the exact same way, except we no longer have the safety net of Fount of Wisdom Rimuru's Valor trait, which seals magic skills when he comes in. So that, you know, could be not great, depending on, you know, what you're playing. Like Ranked Valor, you definitely want that towards the end of the fights, because some of those whale teams hurt real bad. But otherwise, this team's going to run the same. It's just, you might take a bit more damage, especially if you get counterattacked. So, alright, so yeah, there's an orb change right there from Cosma. They're going to continue to hit Aqua. I need her to guard a little bit, thank you. Alright, so now, 56 points. We will triple steal with Shuna now instead of Hinata. And we will bring Rimuru in, change these to rainbows, the same exact process, and then we will bring Guy in. And I really hope they don't kill Aqua, otherwise I'm going to have to scrap this match. Let's go ahead and take Hinata out of here. Okay. So 1, 2... Alright, oh, we're weak point 2, right, because we are fighting a water unit. Excellent. So now Guy's going to do extra cozy damage. Oh, that's not good. Well. No, he seals Pierce. Please don't seal me. Please just guard or something. Or don't do anything. Alright, that works too. And he doesn't do much for damage anyways. Okay, perfect. So we have 130 points. We can now heal, do the Pierce power and Pierce rate, and then we can do the synergy buff, which is only going to affect him, because he's the only character on Primal Demon or Exalted champion. But now there's the Pierce resistance debuff from the Valor Cup rule, and now we shall see how much damage this does versus that 116k that Milim did last time. I expect it to be fairly higher. So let's go ahead and ascend all this. And Guy hits... Ooh, was that 312 on the type advantage? That was really fast. I'm going to have to go back and check that number once we're out of this fight. So give me a minute. Alright, 192k against Raphael, who has very high defense. And then 339 versus these two over here. Like, that's really good. That's also weak point. So at least with Synergy and Pierce, we are doing much, much higher damage than even Milim was doing on the New Year's team. You know, 157 versus 192. That's pretty good as well. So, fairly good. Let's try another different team comp, this time using one of the new Primal Demon units. Alright, we swapped out Aqua for Diablo. Diablo, who is going to give himself a 100% physical buff, guaranteed Pierce, so we're still going to play into the Rule of Valor, and because he is a Primal Demon, he will also benefit from the synergy power from Guy. So this should be probably very good damage here. Okay, obviously we brought back Hinata because Diablo is a physical unit and we want more physical units to begin with. Guy's magic, there's nothing we can really do about that. And also, we're going to have to bring him in now, which he has the trait where if you bring him in, people lose ult gauge if they have it, which obviously they have none. So it doesn't really do anything for us, and it's still not as good as the magic seal. But he still does have type advantage, so he still does a decent amount of damage. Alright, orb change right there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, guarded 3 of them. Oh, countered. Okay, fun. So, 56 points. We'll go ahead and again steal with Hinata, bring Rimuru in, then bring Big Daddy Diablo in. Okay, so we've been slowly climbing up the damage tree, right? 116k, 191k, And now with the massive amount of buffs that we're gonna get, that is a hand right there. Let's keep killing Shuna. Okay, we'll just do this. This should do, I would think, over 200k, except he doesn't do shit for damage right here. Well, maybe not over 200k. Hold on. Alright, so she's getting swapped out for Millum. Interesting. Please don't kill Guy. Alright, good. As long as he guards everything, we'll be fine. Okay, so interesting hand here. So we can heal, we can do the big time buff and the synergy power, and that'll activate the pierce resistance rule. There it is. And then we'll give Diablo the element buff as well, plus Drago, which means that 100% physical buff is going to be at 120 now. So 120 physical attack, 48% synergy power, guaranteed synergy, guaranteed pierce, the element buff. I mean, this is going to be pretty high right here. How high is it? 262 is what I saw. 262,000 damage. And now we're going to wipe the floor with these other two units. You're dead. The hero is going to die to 1 Diablo. 32k. Alright, well, that looks to be pretty damn good. Pretty damn good right there. I wonder if another unit from the next couple banners is going to be AoE, and they would also be good here. I really hope so. I mean, Guy works fine, don't get me wrong. But, okay, well, there we go. There's some Velzard and Guy combos in the new Valor Cup. They work very, very well. If you have the new Diablo and Guy, that'll work. You don't need, like, New Year's Blessing Rimuru is very important to run this specific team, but, people who aren't trying to sweat very hard, you can certainly go turn 4. There's no harm in that, and I don't think you're gonna die. You don't need Shizu either. You'll be fighting less powerful opponents too. So if you don't have, this specific team, don't feel bad. You could bring Visions of Coleus Rimuru. You could bring free-to-play Geld and just give away a whole bunch of blue orbs to Diablo if you have them. You could use a different double orb stealer like Earth Benimaru or Fire Velzard. They both have double steals. I mean, there's a number of options you can do. Maybe I'll do a second Valor Cup video with totally different teams. That way I can cater more to the newer players. Maybe that's a good idea. I'll do that. But for now, that's it from me. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all later.